In this video, we have been given that y equals to x to the power of 3, and we shall have to differentiate this from first principles. First of all, we know that if we differentiate x to the power of 3, this will be equal to 3 times x to the power of 2. But how can we do this from first principles? We have y equaling to x to the power of 3. Now the first thing we need to do, on the left hand side we shall have y, and then we shall add change of y, and this will be equal to x, and then plus we shall add the change of x, and this will be raised to the power of 3. Now if you recall, if you have, let's say, a plus b raised to the power of 3, this is equal to a to the power of 3 and then plus 3a to the power of 2 times b, and then plus 3a times b to the power of 2 and then plus b to the power of 3. Therefore, in our case, x will be a and then change in x will be b. So we shall have y and then plus change in y, and this will be equal to, this will be x to the power of 3 plus 3x to the power of 2 times change in x, and then plus 3x times change in x to the power of 2 and then plus change in x to the power of 3. Now at this point, what we need to do is take y to the right hand side. So we shall have change in y equaling to x to the power of 3 plus 3x to the power of 2 times change in x, and then plus 3x times change in x to the power of 2 and then plus change in x to the power of 3 minus y. But if you remember, we know that y equals to x to the power of 3. So this will be change in y equaling to x to the power of 3 plus 3x to the power of 2 times change in x, and then plus 3x times change in x to the power of 2 and then plus change in x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 3. This x to the power of 3 will cancel with this, and so we shall remain with change in y equaling to 3x to the power of 2 times change in x, and then plus 3x times change in x to the power of 2 plus change in x to the power of 3. And now what we need to do is divide everything by change in x. So on the left hand side we shall have change in y divided by change in x equaling to 3x to the power of 2 times change in x divided by change in x plus 3x times change in x to the power of 2 divided by change in x, and then plus change in x to the power of 3 divided by change in x. Now this will cancel with that, and then this will cancel with that, and we shall remain with change in x, and also this will cancel with this, and we shall remain with change in x to the power of 2. So we shall have change in y divided by change in x equaling to 3x to the power of 2 and then plus 3x times change in x, and then plus change in x to the power of 2. And at this point, all we need to do is take the limit as change in x tends to 0. This means that wherever we see change in x, we shall put 0. So we shall have change in y divided by change in x equaling to 3x to the power of 2 plus 3x and then times 0, and then plus 0 raised to the power of 2. Now 3x times 0 will give us 0, and also 0 raised to the power of 2 will be 0. And so we shall remain with change in y divided by change in x equaling to 3x to the power of 2, and that's our answer. Therefore, that's how you can differentiate x to the power of 3 from first principles. If you have found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.